everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. Americans are still in Afghanistan. So I saw some videos, and I just also looked at I think it was an NBC News article that said there are between 10 to 15,000 Americans still in Afghanistan. The military wasn't able to evacuate around 1,100 American citizens, those with visas, out of the country, but there's still a couple thousand, still left behind. Now, Marine General Frank McKenzie said he spoke with some members of the Taliban, saying that because they were told that the Taliban told the general that they will allow for safe passage for any Americans to make it to the airport. And he said that he'd let them know that if there's any interference, they will be met with overwhelming force. But I got a couple questions. One, how can they trust that the Taliban will actually keep their word? Because my understanding, we were supposed, the deal that was arranged was for pullout in May, but then it got extended to September. Now, if we reneged on our deal to leave the country at an earlier time, how can we be sure that they won't renege on their deal of making sure there's no interference of Americans being able to evacuate? And second, why wasn't there a plan in motion already to get as many Americans out way before September 11th? I mean, if you're going to work your way up to, if that's the date you want to pick, then it would have been wise to try to get as many Americans out of the country as fast as possible. Instead, they evacuated a couple hundred Afghans as refugees. Now, I'm not saying that I don't care about any Afghan lives that will be affected by the Taliban taking over, but I think Americans stuck in the country should be a top priority. I think it should be a priority to get our American citizens back home, and then also try to bring back as much as our gear back. A lot of stuff that was given to the Afghan military is now in the hands of the Taliban. So I think it would be wise to try to get as much of our gear back after we get all Americans out of the country, and then talk about Afghan refugees. But no, the whole thing is just flipped upside down. Even Biden did a press conference where he said they didn't have a plan. Their safety can't be guaranteed while they're still stuck there in Afghanistan. That's incredible. To think that this whole thing is as messed up as it is now compounded by the fact that we have thousands of our own countrymen still in that country, and it's falling apart. What I hate to see happen is that the Taliban decides to go back on their word, which I don't know if they'll do that, but decide to start making examples of some of the Americans that are left behind should they be captured by the Taliban. I don't know if anybody, I don't know if any Americans in Afghanistan will see this video, but all I can say is, I'll keep you guys in my prayers. Please pray for pray for our fellow countrymen, for our fellow Americans who are still back there, and pray for those who are trying to ensure that they get home as quickly as possible, because this whole situation, this whole mess it's a black eye. It's definitely a black eye on our state of affairs, and I hope that we're able to take lessons from this, especially many people who are so eager to get Trump out of office. Now they see this is what they're getting, and they can't, and really can't, you don't really hear much from Biden supporters. There was an article, there was a video I watched that featured an article about his approval ratings are dropping. I mean, a lot of Democrats got buyer's remorse. And you know, I'm not surprised, not one bit. So maybe this is an opportunity for many Americans to, you know, have their eyes open and see what's going on and figure out how we got here and how do we get back. How do we fix this? How do we get back on track? How do we begin to improve things rather than let things deteriorate? But that's my video. You know, I wonder. Part of me also wonders if any of those Americans, you know, because I believe if I was in that scenario, I would try to figure out what are alternate ways of getting out of the country. You know, what skills do I have? What tools I have available? What weapons do I have available? Because who knows what can happen amidst all that chaos. You know, so I would think of trying to keep myself and other people around me, keep us safe. Make sure we can see if we can defend ourselves and see if there are any ways that, you know, we can sustain ourselves until if we have to wait until the military arrives, because they were told, you know, to basically just, you know, sit tight and wait, you know, for someone to come and pick them up. You know, it's just I gotta say, that's a scary situation to be in. But you know, pray for these people, pray for our fellow Americans, and do what we can let's do what we can to make things better. But that's my video. Please, you know, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you want to help out with the channel, just go to my YouTube homepage, look for the Give Up That Cheese button, and take you to PayPal. You can donate any amount you would like. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I see ready to address them. But that's my video. Americans still in Afghanistan. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care, be safe, stay strapped, and God bless.